Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Thomas Rusbazar looking on the horizon instead of straight into the camera. Forgive me for I have sinned. Thomas Rusbazar, the BAZ, back at you with the list. Classical composer conductor top 10 list. Thought about it. I thought about it. Again, it's fluid like all the other top 10s that I put out there. It changes, especially in classical music. My hair is like a classical music composer, conductor, both. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to tell you, love feedback if you're into this stuff. Love, because everyone's going to have their favorites, and they're going to, of course, it brings up sometimes discussion. And sometimes, people raise their fists and in fury. How dare you mention him or her or whatever. Anyway, this changes. And I put a lot of thought into this. And I'm sure in about a month, someone else will squeeze in and push out one of them and so forth. There's a lot of jostling. Like this. I'm jostling right now. Ha ha ha. All right. Anyway, without further ado, not in any particular order. They're just 10. Okay. First one, Eugene Ormandy. Gene, the powerhouse that built the Philadelphia Orchestra, the Hungarian-American conductor who, talk about a wide repertoire. Probably the reason I put Eugene Ormandy is because I've seen so many of his recordings on vinyl, and I'm the vinyl guy. I'm all about the vinyl. And I probably have 100 Eugene Ormandy. And I never, back in the day when I was listening to YouTube video, on YouTube, music on YouTube, or CD, I would listen to Ormandy. Nothing kind of jumped out, but the more and more I listened to him, especially on vinyl, especially the sound that he developed with that Philly orchestra. Go Birds! I hope you got that. What is that? That little... Anyway, where was I? Yes, with the Philadelphia Orchestra. Wow, I fell in love. I fell in love with the American-Hungarian conductor. The bald maestro. The one who doesn't mess around. And one of his top recordings is the Bruckner 7th. Wow. On my Desert Island disc. Eugene Ormandy, top 10 conductor for me. He has a wide repertoire. I don't want to list because it's so many. But one of my favorites is Bruckner 7. If you ever get a chance, there'll be Eugene Ormandy, Philadelphia Orchestra, Bruckner 7. Next on my list, I'm looking, you see on my piece of paper right here, is Otto Klemperer. Klemperer. Very, again, another wide, this guy has a repertoire that he has conducted for many a year. Is he associated with one like Ormandy is? Probably, but I mean, he's done the Philharmonia Orchestra, the Berlin, this, that, Munich, Bavarian State Orchestra. I think he's done many. He is a powerhouse, quirky, I think. There's a word to describe him, his conducting, his what do you call it? The pace of his work sometimes is kind of erratic. So, is he a hit or miss? Not really. I mean, more often than not, he's a hit. Klemperer is two come to mind. One of them is the Brahms First Symphony. So with the Philharmonia, oh my God, when I heard it on vinyl, whoa, I shook. Literally, when I turned that baby up full volume, I was shaking because it was so powerful. Made me fall in love with Brahms. I love Brahms. I love those symphonies, 4 symphonies. And also, if you want to hear another top notch, so any of the Brahms, he did all four, of course. He conducted all four, but Brahms number 1, Symphony with Klemperer and the Philharmonia. Check that out. Another one is Ein Deutsche Requiem, Brahms, the German Requiem. Got to check that one out as well. I believe, again, that's with the Philharmonia. I might be wrong, but I think it is. It also is a very, very powerful, one of the great German Requiem recordings ever put on, ever recorded. So, Otto Klemperer. Next, Charles Munch, French, associated with the Boston Symphony, but he did a lot. I got one recently that I'm listening to, which I love. It's called Berlioz composed it, The Damnation of Faust, and it's on RCA. I want to listen to the whole thing. I listened to the first side, and I loved it so much. Look, Munch is, again, most of these conductors, they're not like specialists on just one or two or regional. They have a wide repertoire, and Munch certainly, with the Boston, he turned the Boston to, like Ormandy did with Philadelphia. Munch with the Boston turned it into a powerhouse. Whoa, powerhouse. And here, this is another conductor that I found so many vinyl recordings, so many. What a wide breadth of recordings. The one that is definitely a desert island disc for me is Ravel's Daphne and Chloe. Munch with the Boston. It was, oh my gosh, these are life-changing recordings. Take a listen. Another one, I would say, God, there's so many. He also did a Brahms. I think it was a Brahms 4. Munch did, conducted with the Boston on RCA. Wow, jeez. I could go on and on. Charles Munch. The next is Igor Markevich. He is, I believe, Eastern European, with a variety of orchestras that he worked with and conducted. If I were to say what recording that I would recommend, I would say the Manfred Symphony, Tchaikovsky's Manfred Symphony, I believe, with the London Symphony Orchestra. This is Markevich. Another one, The Rite of Spring, I think with the Philharmonia Orchestra. That one is, whoa. It's one of the great Rite of Springs, ladies and gentlemen. Oof. And I love that piece. That's my number one favorite classical music piece, is Rite of Spring, Stravinsky. Another one, I would have to say Markevich. I would have to say Beethoven 5. I'm going to do a 10-piece, what are my 10 favorite classical music pieces. And I don't know if Beethoven 5 will make the cut. It's such an amazing, look, Beethoven, I love Beethoven. His work is so dramatic, so compelling, so theatrical. And Beethoven 5, there's nothing like it. And you've heard it so many times. But Markevich's, he did a series, the whole cycle, Beethoven Symphony cycle, I believe with a French orchestra, Orchestra du, the French Orchestra, French or Paris Orchestra, it's Orchestra de Paris or something like that. Check it out. You can find it anywhere. You can find it online. CDs, definitely on YouTube. You'll see it. His Beethoven 5 is it's like a hair on fire, incomparable. Markevich. Next, Fritz Reiner. Everybody has their. I'm gonna have to open this and get some air, fresh air. It's getting a little hot in here. I'm getting so worked up, ladies and gentlemen. Getting so worked up. Fritz Reiner, some people say, oh, he's too controlling, he's too exacting, he's too predictable. No. Fritz Reiner is a incomparable maestro. I mean, this guy is a truly fantastic leader of an orchestra and shaper. He definitely, with the Chicago, he was associated with the Chicago Symphony Orchestra. Reiner, wow. I mean, one of his pieces that you have to listen to is also Sprach Zarathustra by Richard Strauss. Wow. In the Chicago. Oh, soaring, captivating. It just, your hair will go like this, like mine. It'll go back like that, but naturally, because of the music. Oh my goodness. Another one is another piece called The Fairy's Kiss, and something else. It's coupled. It's a Hovanes, Alan Hovanes, and a Stravinsky. Look it up, The Fairy's Kiss. I believe it's by, oh gosh, it's a Hovanes piece that he did. And it's another album what I really loved. It was just so magical, so well conducted, beautifully conducted by Fritz Reiner. Anyway, Fritz Reiner, Chicago, usually he's associated with. There you go. Another one is Ferenc Fricsay, F-E-R-E-N-C, Fricsay, F-R-I-C-S-A-Y, Hungarian. And his Beethoven Ninth is one of the greats. And Beethoven Ninth is so famous, so popular, so many great ninths. This one, along with another one that it's hard to find on vinyl, you could hear it online, Hermann Abendroth, Abendroth, with the, I believe, Berlin or Bavarian or something. He did a Beethoven Ninth. Oh my God. Yeah. Ferenc Fricsay was amazing. His Tchaikovsky 6, amazing. Who is he associated with? I think that Tchaikovsky 6 was London Symphony Orchestra. The Beethoven Ninth, I believe, was the same. Maybe London. He's not associated with London. He conducted a lot of orchestras. What's another one? He did the Mass, Mozart's Mass in C, I believe it is, or Coronation Mass. One of those, Mass and C Coronation. I think he did both. Mozart. Ooh, glorious. Ferenc Fricsay. Wow. Another one. This gentleman made his way and pushed others out. Recently, I might add, Antal Dorati, Antal Dorati, Hungarian, I believe. And I just heard, thanks to one of our YouTube compatriots who made a suggestion, thank you, Tchaikovsky's 1 through 3, Symphonies 1, 2, 3, it's early symphonies with the London Phil. Whoa! You know, I've heard those before, but going back and revisiting them with the suggestion in mind, and kind of ending up buying a $4 2-album set, Mercury, which is so amazing, what a great label, and they were great condition. Oh my God, Tchaikovsky's early with Dorati. Whoa! Now this guy Dorati, talk about output. He did Haydn's. He did like all 100 plus Haydn. I don't know who it was. The Hungarica. I don't know what symphony orchestra. Those are over 100, like 4 or 5 box set that he did. I heard a Dvorak 9 with him, which, I mean, there's a lot of good ninths, but Dorati is. He don't fuck around. Excuse my language, ladies and gentlemen. Antal Dorati. Next, Dmitri Metropolis. I mentioned this gentleman. Associated with the New York Phil. I mean, he's done a lot of others, I believe, but mainly New York Philharmonic. And one that stands about all the others is the Shostakovich 10th Symphony with the New York Philharmonic. Wowza, baby, wowza. Yeah, Metropolis. Another one that he did was Vaughan Williams's British composer, the 4th. And I think that one was with the Minneapolis Symphony Orchestra. Yeah, there you go. I think Metropolis was with Minneapolis for a while, then with New York. Those two pieces. Dmitri Metropolis. And he's done so many others. That's another one. This one also recently kind of went in and pushed others out of my top 10. Seiji Ozawa, the great Japanese maestro. He doesn't mess around, ladies and gentlemen. He doesn't mess around, especially. I think he's been associated with the Boston after Munch, with the Chicago, and all over, all around. But this one, one of his recordings that it's a must listen, must purchase if you love it that much, and I do. And I got it on vinyl, and it's in wonderful condition. The Rite of Spring, Stravinsky's Rite of Spring with the Chicago Symphony Orchestra, the CSO. Oh my God, whoa. There are many good ones. There are great ones. Ozawa's is the summit that we must all aspire to. And last but not least, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, wait, yeah, 10. My 10th, Leopold Stokowski. Stokowski. This is a gentleman who put Disney in the Fantasia, did the music for it, and he's been associated with so many. This guy was a wanderer, a musician of the highest caliber. I mean, talk about theatrical, talk about a flair, talk about an eccentric. Everything he usually touched did turn to gold. I would have to say Scheherazade, Rimsky-Korsakov's Scheherazade, which people maybe in the classical world know of it, but it's not something I think jumps out. Maybe I might be wrong about that. But his recording, and I believe, God, who was it with? The Philharmonia or London? Maybe London Symphony Orchestra. It's top notch, and I love that piece. I love Rimsky-Korsakov. He's done some interesting things. His Symphony Number 3, I think it's called Antar, Antar, with Paul Paray, Paray, in the Minneapolis or Detroit. No, the Detroit Symphony Orchestra. That's a listen. But yeah, Stokowski did so much. I mean, Beethoven, Bach, Brahms, everything, you name it. But the Rimsky-Korsakov comes to mind, and that's something that you need to check out. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, top 10 classical music conductor list. There it is. I hope you enjoyed it. Love your feedback. Love your top 10 lists. Write them in the comment section. Keep on subscribing. Peace.
Tasty.